The Jets were on the bye week this past week, but they still got a ton of help. We'll talk about it. Hey, what's going on? Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I am talking about the New York Jets getting a ton of help yesterday. It wasn't a perfect Sunday, but it was pretty damn close. Before we get started today, I just want to mention where you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Also, if you haven't already, Just Jets drops every single Wednesday. You can support the show by calling in, getting yourself on the show, or even just subscribing, whether it's here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast to support. Also, this video is brought to you by True Classic. The holidays are almost here, and there is still plenty of t-shirt cheer thanks to our sponsor, True Classic Tees. Fellas, we have the perfect gift for your wish list. True Classic Tees are a gift for you, for her, and a great present for any guy in your life. True Classic is on a mission to maximize men's confidence by making them look good. Trust me when I say this gift is going to get the ladies to appreciate you too. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men look great in their tees, and now you could save big while you do so. Get 25% off True Classic with my exclusive link, trueclassic.com/Matt. And the discount doesn't stop there. You could even get more during their site-wide sale. Support our show and check them out. trueclassic.com. Matt25 is the discount code. Make sure to check it out. Link is all down below in the description. So the New York Jets did not play on Sunday. I missed my New York Jets this past week, but they got some help. Again, it wasn't a perfect. There was 3 scenarios you really could have rooted for. 2 out of the 3 came home. It'd have been nice to get 3 out of 3, but I'll explain why the Jets are still in really good shape after yesterday. So first and foremost, we got to start with the game of the week, the game of the year, the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. All week it was, is Josh Allen going to play? Is he going to play? And he came out and he did play. He didn't look himself. He turned the ball over a ton in the game. He was hurt and laying on the ground at one point, continued to stay in. And the Vikings had an improbable comeback to come back and beat the Buffalo Bills. And Allen threw a game-sealing interception. And after that, with that loss, they have the same record the New York Jets do at 6-3. But the Buffalo Bills now sit in 3rd place in the AFC East. If I had to genuinely guess, do I think that's how it's going to finish with the Buffalo Bills in 3rd? Probably not. But that just goes to show my original point, which I believe I made last week during the bye, but I'll make again here just in case, is that the AFC East is 100% wide open. The Jets have every opportunity to not only be a playoff team, but to potentially win the AFC East. It's been such a weird year in football. You have teams like the Jets, the Giants, the Seahawks as the surprise teams who are making a statement. And you have teams that are really, really struggling right now to find their own. And you know what? It's the opportunity is out there. The Jets, with their big win over Buffalo, now find themselves with the tiebreaker. You also had the 49ers beating the Chargers in a comeback win, dropping them to 5-4, which is good. Obviously, in the wild card race, if the Jets end up having a fight for a wild card spot, you want the NFC teams to take, or the lesser AFC teams to take care of business of the teams in the AFC who are fighting for a playoff spot. Actually, due to that loss by the Chargers, the Patriots are now the owner of the 7 seed. So if the season ended today, if the season ended right now, all 4 teams in the AFC East would be in the playoffs. Who would have thunk that before the season? Certainly not me, but I will absolutely take it. The one thing that didn't go right is the Cleveland Browns couldn't beat the Miami Dolphins. So the Dolphins are in 1st place right now. They are 7-3. They have their bye week coming up. So this is what it sets up, though. Although it would have been nice if the Browns won and the Dolphins were sitting at 6-4, and the Jets would be in 1st place right now at 6-3. If the Jets win against the New England Patriots this upcoming week, then they would jump up to 1st because they already beat the Miami Dolphins this year. And while they would both be 7-3, the Jets would have the tiebreaker. This game against New England is huge coming up this week. It's a massive, massive, massive game. The last time these two teams played, it was a massive, massive game. The Jets made up for that ugly loss with their performance against the Buffalo Bills. But They need a bounce back performance, specifically from their quarterback in Zach Wilson. You got two very different versions of Zach Wilson the last couple of weeks. Against New England, one of the worst performances he's had in his entire career. He turned the ball over 3 times. It was rough. It was incredibly rough. He looked erratic. And then against Buffalo, he was much more decisive, getting the ball out of his hands extremely quickly, all that good stuff. And it was a very, very different looking performance from Zach Wilson. It was a solid performance. If they get that version that we saw against the Buffalo Bills, they should win this game against New England because they were in it the last time. It was a 1-score game, and they lost because their quarterback had 3 turnovers. That was the biggest reason why they lost the game. This time around, if you get a cleaner version of Zach, again, potentially easier said than done because it looks like Bill Belichick has his number, then you should be in good shape. This upcoming game, again, is really, really, really big for the reasons that I said. They could be in first place going into the week of Thanksgiving if they win this game against New England. They could exercise their demons of not winning. They haven't won in New England since the playoffs in 2010. They haven't won a regular season game in New England since Brett Favre was the quarterback in 2008. They haven't beaten New England at all, at home or away, since Eric Decker's touchdown in Week 16, 2015. It's long overdue. We did all these talking points the last time these two teams played a couple of weeks ago. Now it's time to take care of business. You got to win this game. We'll preview it a ton coming up this week. It's the biggest, we talked about it, that Pats game being the biggest Jets game in years. This one somehow got bigger because of everything that's on the line. It'll be really, really telling what this football team is this week against the New England Patriots. So I'm absolutely excited, but just wanted to kind of go over what happened yesterday. Obviously no football game for the New York Jets, but they still got some help. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Matt O'Leary. I will catch you next time.